Hey there, friends! I'm Andrew from the Scrapbox. It's finally spooky season. You're like, Andrew, it's September. It's not spooky season. Did you not see the socks? Lewis reigns supreme in Target. It's spooky season. And best of all, LEGO has released the Nightmare Before Christmas set. That's how you know
It's spooky season.
but when looking at this set, as amazing as it is, and we all know it is fantastic, there's something missing. That's right. The Bag o' Bugs himself, Mr. Oogie Boogie Man, is suspiciously absent from the entirety of the set. What's that about? It was you, wasn't it? You told him not to put it in there. How could you do such a thing? My personal guess is probably next year they're going to come up with a smaller set that's Oogie Boogie in his lair, but that's next year and I want Oogie Boogie now. So we're going to make them, of course. Or at least, I'm going to do the best I can. Let's go! Oh, I'm also going to do a little update for Shock Lock and Barrel because we'll discuss it later. All right, now let's really go. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe as we inch our way to 75K. And let me know in the comments what strange projects you want me to do next. Back to it. Putting the boogie into Oogie. Oogie Boogie is a really weird shape. It's giving sack of potatoes, which makes sense as his skin is literally a burlap sack. Unfortunately, that makes it hard to transfer him into minifigure form. A couple of things that set Oogie apart are his size, being larger and wider than most of the other cast, his wide stance, and his pointed extremities. For his size, just like Bing Bong last week, we can use the mid-sized sedan of a torso, Hagrid. For his legs, I'm going to take the classic LEGO approach for wide stance friends and completely ignore it, giving him short, stubby little legs. As for his pointed limbs, I'm actually going to modify the LEGO Shark Suit's arms and custom sculpt the head. Let's load up Blender and get to work. Every Blender project starts with the Cursed Cube, which must be destroyed. Cursed Cube be gone! Now we can get out Hagrid and begin modifying. My objective is to get the body as wide as possible without interfering with the placement of the arms. And in the end I end up with something like this.
He's so fluffy!
Now I can take the shark suit arms, scale them up a bit, and transplant them into the Hagrid arm connectors. Then it's off to the head. Now you might be thinking, Andrew, why are we staring at a blank screen? Did you forget to record the head sculpt? Of course not. That'd be so unprofessional. Anyways, here's the finished head sculpt. Don't ask any questions. I think it gives that Oogie Boogie look mixed with a minifigure style. Let's send this bad boy to the printer. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. I don't know if they'll fit together, but let's see. His torso's pretty good. You can see a little bit of the print lines, which isn't normal. And the back is a little bit dumpy, but I'm gonna sand it down. I just wanted to see if this arm actually fits nicely in here. Let's find out. Okay, here's the deal. Those are definitely not his final legs. I just wanted to take random legs and see if they fit. These fit very firmly. You could tell by how much the camera shook just now. The arm, though, fits so firm that I cannot move it anymore. That's a problem. I think maybe if I print again and increase the torso by 1% and decrease the arms by 1%, I'll get a much better fit. Let's find out. Take two. This one's already looking so much better and its print lines are almost invisible. Hey, I see you. We're getting places. Get the old one out of here. Now it's time to paint Mr. Boogie. In the spirit of the season, we're going to give him a coat of bone white, which very nearly matches his light tan legs. As we paint, it's good to note that all my 3D files are available on Patreon. So if you fancy yourself an Oogie Boogie, or just want to support my weird projects, you can find his model there. With the base coat on, I can paint his face and side stitching black, then add some gray fabric creases to his torso, and take a final look. What's good? He's very well proportioned, pleasantly plump. He scales nicely with other figures, and his head transfers well to regular minifigs. Where I went wrong is mostly in the paint job. Looking back, I think if I used dark gray on the side stitching and got a dark tan for the fabric creases, it'd look a lot better. Fortunately, you could basically repaint him whatever color you could think of. What are you thinking? Maybe like a black wallpaper behind this would look better than the white? Oh, you're back! That was Oogie Boogie. I really liked him. Let's set Oogie Boogie to the side for a moment, though, and focus on our terrifying trio, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. I put them in the right order, I'm hoping. Now they're great, but they do look incredibly plain. I think what's really missing is their iconic masks. So let's make them with their masks. As we sculpt, I did want to mention that a lot of people made the argument that the kids didn't come with masks because LEGO Ideas doesn't allow custom pieces in their designs. And to that I have to say, look here. A little to the right. A little more to the right. Okay, now zoom in. A little more. And there, disproven in the same set with a new molded Zero piece. LEGO totally could have done the masks, but here we are anyways, printing them from scratch. The masks themselves printed very well, and the eye holes match up perfectly with regular minifigure eyes. It is important to note that at the time of filming, I do not have the Nightmare Before Christmas sets, so you're going to be seeing these displayed on generic figures. But let's take a look. Good news is the sculpts and base paint came out well. Bad news is the water slide decals that I used for the mouths of Lock and Barrel don't look great. That's why I'm saving up for a UV printer. It's a promising start, even if Barrel looks more like Sans. So there they are, Lock, Shock, and Barrel looking great. I hope. Sometimes I film these out of order and I don't actually know how they look like. Continuity is a lie. That's your existential dread for today. But we've got all of our characters. We've got Oogie, we've got Lock, Shock, and Barrel, but where are they gonna be? Let's make them a little set to go with the rest of them. Okay. Here's the little Boogie's Lair set I designed. Sweet and simple. It's got the animatronic cowboy, a bed for Santa, and a fancy buzzsaw for science. Great to go with a sentient pillowcase and 3 trick-or-treaters. I even designed Oogie's dice. And we've done it. We made Oogie. We made the children with their masks. We made a beautiful little diorama for them to go into. And now it's perfect. Which means, hold on, I'm looking at that red dot. It's very close to the end. Oh boy. What should I tell you? What am I gonna build next week? Well, it's a mystery. Did I put the 2D hat on my head? I hope so. Alright, I've been Andrew. You've been watching the Scrap Box. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you want to see next. I love reading your suggestions. I love when you tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what can I improve on. Last week I did Bing Bong because everybody told me that the previous Bing Bong I made were not great. So the one that I just made last week was because you guys told me to make a better one. And I did. And you're all happy about it, and I'm happy about it, because when I look back at it, I was like, wow, that previous Bing Bong was bad, and now it's good, because that's how things work sometimes. I don't know. I'm just talking on and on and on and on and on and on and on. What did I forget to tell you about? We did the like, we did the subscribe, we did the comment. Yeah, we just subscribe. What? Double check your Santa Claus, and if he has a skull for a face, that's not Santa Claus. All right, bye.